Welcome to Pursuers Moment with Pastor Charles Kiyaga.
We are back again with our program, The Pursuers Moment. And as always, I'm Pastor Charles, your servant on this program, continuing to blow the trumpet of us joining the ark of God's seekers. In the process of seeking God, God dresses us up with what it takes to do the things that He desires of us to do. And this is a journey I encourage you to join. It is a bandwagon all of us should join to be saved from God's judgment. Now, for 40 days, there was a flood. The rain, it rained from top and then from bottom. Even the springs opened up and water was gushing from the ground and from top. But as the the waters were surging, the ark of Noah was just going up as the waters were surging. Every other thing was being submerged, but the ark was just floating. So this is the grace of God. As every other person is being submerged, those of us who have chosen to walk God's way, God creates a way that instead we float. We instead float. Others are drowning, but for us we float. Let us enter the grace that allows us to float. There is turmoil in the world. It's only those that have God in them that will be able to float. The others will be choked. The others will be drowned. But those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall walk and not faint. They shall not run and not. They shall run and not grow weary. Those that wait upon the Lord, those who seek the Lord, their strength will be renewed. As others will be falling, for them they will be rising. As others will be fainting, for them will be raising up with new energy. Those that seek God. So I encourage you to join the ranks of God seekers, so that what destroys others will keep you living in the crisis of our day. So as the waters surged, the ark of Noah was floating, until when all the mountains were covered. Everything was covered, but the ark continued to float. And eventually, when everything was destroyed, the rain stopped, until when the waters disappeared. And then when the waters disappeared, now it took time for life to begin to blossom again on the face of the earth. And Noah was in the ark. Inside the ark, there was provision, because God had already warned him, and he had already made the ark and even put food inside the ark for them to be able to survive. They survived all the days of the flood. Now I want us to read chapter 8, verses 20. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and took of every clean animal and of every clean bird, and offered burnt offering on the altar. I want to tell you, when God asked Noah to put animals in the ark, the clean ones we saw, he put in 7 pairs. But the unclean ones, he put in 2 pairs. 7 pairs, why? Because Noah had to give an offering to God. God did not require that of him. But God thought, if man thinks right, he will do the right thing. So the moment God saved Noah out of that flood, it became incumbent on him, and he felt he needed to offer an offering to God. And when he desired to give an offering, he already had the provision. Of the things that God gives you, there is always an offering. We only just refuse to give an offering to God. But there is always an offering. Noah should have said, these clean animals are mine. They are mine. I'm just going to eat the cattle, the sheep, the goat, and so on. And not offer an offering to God. Many times God saves us through a lot of trouble. But we never think back to say, how do we bless God? How do we celebrate God? How do we worship God? But Noah thought right, and he chose to give an offering to God. And when he gave an offering to God, the offering made sense to God. The offering smelled an aroma to God. And when it smelled an aroma to God, God made a vow. We will see that tomorrow. But I want to remind you, tomorrow is a Friday, and usually every Friday we spend a night of prayer at the prayer mountain. I encourage you to come and join us. All of us, we are going to be at the prayer mountain in a prayer vigil, as we always do every Friday. Come and let us cry to God that God may save us through the evils that roam and the judgment that roams against our generation. God bless you. Let us begin from there tomorrow.
Eyo yebadde Pursuers Moment ng'ekutusiddwako essomero lya Pursuers Junior School erisangibwa mu Butambala ku kkubo lya Mpigi Gombe. Kati wulira enkizo eriwo singa otwala omwana wo ku Pursuers Junior School. Interviews za bwereere. Essomero liyimiridde ku musingi ogutya Katonda. Ate ng'omwana agunjulwa bakugu. Tutumbula ebitone eby'enjawulo mu mwana. Tulina amazzi amayonjo ku ssomero. Ate ng'omwana wasomera ne weyeebaka abanga mukungu. Endya y'abayizi nnungi byansusso. Anti emmere tugirimira nga ne faamu y'ente weeri ku ssomero. Tulina emmotoka ezitambuza abaana. Pursuers Junior School e Butambala. Tusomesa abaana okuva mu baby class okutuuka ku kibiina ekyomusanvu. Mudene boarding. Okumanya ebisingawo 0772 41 98 4 ne 0702 36 41 64. Pursuers Junior School Butambala, in pursuit of knowledge.